So bad. Stop it. This house is hot. Why is he... Stop dancing. What? It's so Italian. No. Why does it have a man face? Why does it have a man face? Why does it have a man face?
Nick, it's okay. We're watching part 3 today.
Get up and kill!
Welcome to prime time, bitch!
Hey everybody, welcome to Fright, the show that puts two horror franchises head-to-head, movie by movie, to find the superior horror series. I'm Nick.
I'm Joe.
And in the first season, it is all about Freddy vs. Jason, which means third episode brings us Friday the 13th, Part 3, 3D.
3D. And of course, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors.
That's right, and what we're going to do is we're going to take both movies, put them head-to-head, like we said, 5 different rounds. We've got characters, best kill, body count, music, and overall. We will tally up all of our individual votes, figure out who's going to be the winner for this particular episode, and we will jump right into it. Joe, Friday the 13th, Part 3, what the fuck is it about?
Have you seen part 1 and 2?
I have seen Part 1 and 2.
It's the same movie, but it's in 3D.
Okay. Well, it's in 3D for the first 36 minutes.
Yeah, that's all
Then
we could take.
Then we get really fucking annoyed and we take these goddamn things off.
Man, the 3D sucks in this movie.
Oh, but he knocks a pole over and a fake snake. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3 Dream Warriors. 6 years after Nightmare on Elm Street, a bunch of teenagers at Weston Hills Asylum are plagued with the nightmares of Freddy. Nancy Thompson returns to strengthen the teens to do battle against Krueger as the Dream Warriors.
Okay, asshole. Let's dance!
It's also the best of the fucking series.
By far.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking great.
The end.
I love this fucking movie.
Yeah, I don't even know why we're doing this full episode. You already know who's going to win this one, but we'll keep going. We basically had to completely make Freddy redeem himself from last week's horrible affair. So yeah, let's jump right into it.
So the first category we have, of course, is characters, and the characters we have for Friday the 13th are Andy, Deb, Chuck, Chili, some biker gang guys, Shelly, Rick, and Chris.
That brings us up against Nightmare on Elm Street's characters, which we have Nancy Thompson coming back. We also have her dad. We have Dr. Gordon, who is basically running the group of new teenagers, which the main other teenagers are going to be Kristen, Jennifer, Taryn, Will, Joey, Kincaid, Philip, and I believe that's it. Joe, what'd you think? Who had better characters?
This
Who was stronger?
Pretty easy for me. Nightmare.
Yeah.
All the characters, they actually have their own problems, their own personal vices, which are all part of the resolutions in the movie. Taryn has a drug problem that comes back to haunt her, as opposed to Friday the 13th, where again everyone's just kind of cannon fodder. There's a couple characters that stick around for the whole movie for the most part, but mostly everyone just gets axed off screen, and I don't remember half their names.
Rick is incredibly one-dimensional. We were begging for that asshole to get fucking chopped in the face.
Oh god, yeah.
Shelly is just an obnoxious asshole. And then, oddly enough, the characters that are normally the most annoying, the we just want to have sex characters, were honestly, I think, the strongest characters in the movie. Stronger even more than the final girl, Chris.
Gas!
So I was really let down by the characters, with the exception of, like I said, Deb and
Andy.
And then Chuck and Chili had a fun little moment. We actually talked as we were watching it. We said it kind of seemed like a sitcom.
Screaming?
Oh, it's probably Debbie having an orgasm.
But yeah, there really wasn't too many scenes in Friday that gave the characters anything to really do besides just die.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a shame because they were like, I liked some of the characters, like Chuck and Chili had a fun scene or two, and it would have been nice to expand on that.
And you didn't expect it. You're like, oh, it's just the stoners who gives a shit. But like, as the movie went on, you're like, oh, I agree with you. I would like to have seen a little bit more with him. I know this is always a category we always say the Nightmare's going to win on. You'll have Nancy coming back. Kristen is a very strong character. There's not a single one of them that I didn't like.
Yes.
Came close to hating Kincaid, but his acting is so bad. It's like hanging with Mr. Cooper bad. So I still kind of like him.
You hot shit with the little milk kid, don't you? Well, let me see you come get a piece of me. Kruger, Percent!
Yeah, his lines were all very, very delightfully dated in their delivery.
Yeah.
But I think that kind of adds to the charm. Because, I mean, like, his character still had stuff to do, and his character, had motivations.
He broke through a wall. He was the Kool-Aid man.
Yeah.
Here comes Kool-Aid, here comes Kool-Aid, he's gonna save the day.
All right, moving on. We have best kills for our next category, and there's a couple good ones on Friday. I really liked Andy's death scene where he gets chopped in the crotch when he's doing a handstand. That was pretty good. And then I really like Rick's death where his head gets squeezed and his eyeball pops out.
Usually the heavy hitter in this round again is pretty much always going to. It's usually Freddy Krueger. Last episode it wasn't, but just there's a little bit more opportunity for inventive deaths. You've got Taryn. You have the hypo needles getting stuck into her veins and the creepy ass mouth.
Oh my
holes.
god, that gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, it does. It makes your fucking skin crawl. So that was a really cool one.
And then of course Philip's death, which was actually the first one in the movie where he becomes a marionette with like his arteries are. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was saving that
Really?
because that's my favorite kill. So that's why that pretty much brings us to the point of like what the favorite kill is. I'll go ahead and say that's 100% best kill out of both movies. It's gonna be Philip.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. Philip's it was grotesque in the right way. It really like the effects and all that was really well done, and it was a really fun sequence to watch too.
Yeah.
I definitely have to go with Philip's death.
When it comes to like when I think of Freddy Krueger like dream sequence deaths, like I think of Philip. I think of that particular scene. So yeah, Friday the 13th totally beats out this round, doubles it. Friday the 13th, 12 versus Nightmare on Elm Street's 6.
So the next category we have is music, and for me, I gotta go with Nightmare this time around. Mostly just because Dream Warriors at the end. That credit sequence song is so much fun. I love it.
Dawkins' Dream Warriors is so good. Not only it's so good, it features prominently on the VHS. Includes a hit music video, Dawkins' Dream Warriors, as seen on MTV. So yeah, no, I could completely understand that, but I just love that Friday the 13th disco theme. I gotta go Friday the 13th on this one. It's as great as the Nightmare theme is, and as much as I love Dream Warriors. And that cheesy ass video. Disco Friday is just so good. Okay, well, that brings us to our final round, fifth round, and that's going to be overall score. What was the better overall movie? And before we get to that, kind of touching on some stuff that we may not have really brought up. With this Friday, it seems very much like the other ones. It's not necessarily bad. It's like I said, it's not a bad thing. It's not a complete retread. There's still some new stuff. There's still some pretty interesting kills in there. But just something seems off. The acting's really bad. The characters aren't really there.
Seems a little rushed at times.
It does.
Too.
It really does.
Kind of awkward pacing a little bit, especially in the pacing of the kills, like we were talking about earlier. It's usually just like a bunch of characters at once, and then nothing happens. And a bunch of characters.
Which is weird because pacing was the strong suit of the first two.
Yes.
And then this one, not so much.
Not so much.
And the other thing is, just full on, just Goonies, Jason.
Oh my god.
That scene where she's outside after the day after, and she just sees him smiling through the window. Totally fucking ruined it. Did not work. On the flip side, you have the best of the series, one of the best 80s horror movies of all time, Dream Warriors. Super fucking creepy.
Just the atmosphere, the creativity, and its execution. It's hard to really understate how good Dream Warriors is in terms of like how a horror movie should work. It hits every mark.
Yeah.
Nail on the head. It's perfect. It is a perfect horror movie.
Even the goofy Harryhausen skeleton, like it's
yes,
like even that's good.
Dude, I love the stop motion in this movie. Are you kidding me? It's so perfect. I love it.
It is pretty fucking great. So it's pretty simple to figure out. Best overall for me, we completely agree on this one.
Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Warriors
it's Dream Warriors all the way. Which, if you go through all those scores, even though there's a little bit of give and take, but more on my end with Friday, Nightmare still wins for me. Nightmare wins for you. Nightmare wins this episode.
Hands down.
It fucking better have for the bullshit you put us through last week. Freddy Krueger.
Alrighty, well, until next time,
Like,
comment,
share,
subscribe.
do all those fun things. Let us know what you think in the comments. Do you think that at the end of it, Freddy's going to win? Do you think Jason's going to win? Were we wrong last week? Is Friday the 13th not as good as Freddy's Revenge? Are you fucking stupid? Who knows? Let us know. Maybe we'll read some of your comments.
If you comment,
I don't know.
I'll read them.
Just don't tell us to buy Oakleys. We have Oakleys. Why is it always Oakleys? People wear Oakleys? Yeah, you don't go on YouTube where they're just like, we'll see you guys later. You don't have anything where they go on YouTube and they're like, click on this link and you get like 3 pairs for whatever. Yeah, Lewis knows what we're talking about.
I've never bought sunglasses in my life. I just get free ones.
From where?
Wherever.
Why are you still here?
Moderately Neato.